Could you whisper in my ear the things you wanna feel? I'll give you anything to feel it coming.
Well, we decided we were going to go back to Buffalo to write the new album because, you know, I live in Los Angeles. I wasn't feeling very inspired by Southern California, so I wanted to go home. I wanted to have a long, cold winter and sort of put myself in this self-imposed exile where I could just concentrate on writing, you know.
If you want reality, winter in Buffalo is reality, man. Cold.
I'll put your arms around me. The way I feel is what you are. What you are is beautiful. Do you wanna get married? Oh, yeah.
We have a friend who owns a restaurant in Buffalo, and above that was a Masonic Temple, which was built in 1901, and so we're in the ballroom there, and it's really a huge place with sort of shining vibe to it, sort of. So it's a cool place to be.
It was really inspirational, kind of full of ghosts, you know, and you know, and it was really interesting to go home, you know, and sort of view the place where I grew up from a completely different perspective because I've been away from there so long. So it was really an eye-opener.
Now I wanna wake up where you are. Now I don't say anything at all. So why don't you slide?
I think this album differs from Gutter Flower. In one sense, it just seems to be a more hopeful kind of sounding record, a little more optimistic. You know, musically, it's a little more sweeping and kind of epic, you know.
The streets turn me inside out. Everything shines, leaves me empty still.
Working with Glenn Ballard was really interesting because he has the ability to make you feel fearless. And he convinces you that everything you're doing is the most important thing in the world, you know? So it's kind of good to have somebody like that around. He really makes you brave and helps you take chances.
Take my hand now, run forever. I can feel the storm inside you. I'll stay with you.
I think that the instrumentation and the arrangement of the songs was something that we had the opportunity to do a lot of experimenting with, you know, and you know, Glenn he's a great arranger, and it was really interesting to be in an environment where anything could go, anything could happen. You know, you could, you know, try 100 different things to get to the right place, you know.
And we did.
And we did.
Glenn let you sit there and just sort of come up with all sorts of weird ideas. You know, we tried them. Some of them stayed, and some of those things you hear in the background were products of 100 things that were tried, and then 5 or 6 of them stayed.
I know how they tried to take you, held you up, meant to break you down, but you can't be.
The technology of recording and making music just keeps, you know, advancing at this really frightening pace, and I think you just have to adapt to it. You know, as far as a microphone and a guitar and an amplifier, I mean, that hasn't changed, you know, I don't think in, you know, 25 years. I don't think it ever will. But the palette is just so enormous now of the things that you can do. Sometimes it's frightening because it seems like you can do too much. You can get away with making a lot of mistakes, you know, and fixing them later. I generally write by myself, you know. I'll sit down and come up with, you know, a melody and a guitar part, and maybe just a rough structure. Nothing too done, and then I'll bring it to these guys, and then we'll start, you know, playing around with it, and the arrangements sort of take shape from us playing together. So there's definitely individual composition, and then fleshing it out with the band, and then going into the studio and cutting it.
And you asked me what I want this year. I tried to make this kind and clear, just a chance that maybe we'll find better days.
This is the live band, the band that's playing now for this. This is the live group that we're going out with this year. We've got 2 new guys with us, and we've been rehearsing for the past couple of months, and it's sounding great. So I believe we go out this summer for a extended tour. So
yeah, the new guys seem to be a little bit edgier, and I'm enjoying that, But it's fun to have new faces around, make some new friends.
And we generally tour with 2 additional musicians. Tends to be it's what we've done the last couple of tours, and it works. So we'll do it again this time.
But we're gonna do sheds, outdoor places all summer, and just wherever we can play.
We've been known to play in volcanoes and on aircraft carriers, and in rainstorms and things as well. So we never know.
So take these words and sing out loud, 'cause everyone is forgiven now.
When I'm recording, I like things to be sort of moody and vibey. I like things to be kind of calm. I don't need a lot of chaos. There's no shortage of chaos, so like creating a peaceful environment to do it in is really great. I like to work late. I'm not a big fan of sunshine, but I just like things to be very, kind of like this room is right now. It's very kind of moody and and safe in a way.
Wanting this world to let you in, and you stand there, a frozen light in dark and empty streets.
I think some of my biggest influences are a lot of musicians from Minneapolis, in the '80s, the Replacements and Husker Du, and the Clash, and U2. There's a lot of different influences. It's hard to really pin them all down, because I'm more of a fan of songs than bands, so I can listen to a Def Leppard song that I really like, and then I can listen to an Elvis Costello song I really like. I'm not really sort of confining myself to any one genre of music. What we ask is that people who come to our shows bring a couple of cans of food that they have sitting in their cupboards. And what the USA Harvest volunteers do is they come to each venue where we play, and they take the food that night and they distribute it to the local shelters without having to go through a food bank. So it cuts out the middleman, and in a lot of cases people are getting that food that exact same day. They're eating the food an hour after it was at our show.
And we even take lima beans, kidney beans, any of that stuff.
All the forgotten stuff in the cabinet.
Broadway's dark tonight. Living weaker than we used to be. Broadway's dark tonight.
I wish I would have taken more lessons. That's now that I think about it, we've been doing it a while now, so it might have been nice to take a few more lessons, but might have messed it all up. So
we've been homeschooled.
See the young man sitting